Example 9 asks us to graph two lines. I can see that the first line is in slope-intercept form. So for this first equation, I can see that my slope is rise 3, run 5, and my y-intercept is -1. Don't forget this negative. So I'm going to start at the y-intercept of -1, and then I'm going to rise 3 and run 5. There's no room to keep going this way, so I'm going to go the opposite way, down 3, and then to the left 5. Now I'm going to put in a line through my points. All right, so this is line A. Line B is not so easy to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my 5 to the other side. 2x plus 3y equals -5. Well, I know that 2 plus 3 is 5, so that means -2 and -3 must equal -5. So that must be one point on my line. I'm going to switch my color here. Let's make this one green. And it'd be great if I had another point on the line. Let's see, if I had -9 plus 4, I would also get -5. So -9 plus 4 I know is -5. And I picked 9 and 4 because it's a multiple of 3 and a multiple of 2. So if my y value is -3 and my x value is 2, then I would get 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times -3 is -9. So I would end up with 4 plus -9, which equals -5. So this point must also be on my line. So let's go ahead and graph our 2 points, -1, -1, and 2, -3. From this I can now see my slope, down 2 over 3. It makes sense as those 2 and 3 are my coefficients. I can go the opposite way, over 3, up 2, to get another point on my line. So let's test this point just to make sure I've done things correctly. So that point is -4, 1. So I'm going to plug this in back to my original. I want to test in my original. So 2 times -4 plus 3 times 1 plus 5. My question is, does that equal 0? -8 plus 3 plus 5. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus -8 does equal 0. That point is on the line, which makes me feel like I've done things correctly. So there we go. We've got our equation of our line. Of course, we're always going to have our calculators as well. So the other thing that I could have done to graph this line was I could have gotten it into y equals form in my shortest possible way. So looking at B, I've got 2x plus 3y plus 5 equals 0. So I'm going to move my 3y over to the right. 2x plus 5 equals -3y. Now I'm going to divide everything by -3. 2x plus 5, whole thing divided by -3 equals y. So I can put this into my calculator, y equals. I can either make a fraction or I can put my 2x plus 5 in parentheses. Divide by -3. Notice negative, not minus. And now I could look at the graph, but since I've been asked to plot it, I really want points. So I'm going to do second table to get points. And I want to pick the ones I see exactly. So here we've got, let's make it a little bit bigger. We have 2, -3. Notice that over 2, down 3, that was one of the points we had. We could have also had 8, -7, or 5, -5. 5, -5 also would have been on our graph, so we could have ended up down here. So that's another way I could have used my calculator to help me. All right.